Hi, welcome to Cinema Express. Today we have Aaditi Pohankar with us. She's a star of She, the Netflix series. It's coming for its second season this month. Hi, Aditi. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Kartik. How are you?
I'm good, Aditi. Aditi, I want to start off with this. I wanted to know, like, after She and your show Ashram is also coming on 3rd of June.
Right.
I want to know,
Yes.
like, both of the series are big hits. I've seen She, and I really like your performance in She. And I want to know how is life after like both the shows, like what are people's reactions? Are you getting more like better roles and stuff? What is it?
Well, better roles. I don't think I can offer anything better than She.
No.
But yeah. No, very honestly and personally also. I I love the character of Bhumika and I love the script that Imtiaz Ali has written. It's a dream role come true, I would say. But yes, I know what you're saying. Keeping the jokes aside, I am getting a lot of, I did get appreciated last time a lot for She. And then there was a pandemic, so nobody was shooting at that point of time. So I had to finish the pending work that I was doing with Ashram and She both. So both the seasons are out now, and I'm a free bird in a way till the next seasons come out. So I am getting a new scripts with a lot of different flavors. I've been like telling people also that I want to do romance, I want to do comedy. So I'm getting those kind of roles. So I'm just like kind of on the verge of finalizing it and moving forward as soon as all of this is out.
Is there a particular genre you enjoy doing? Is it there? Like, do you want to, like, what sort of genre you want to do after She and Ashram? Because both of the shows are like go into the thriller genre.
Intense, yeah. And
they're both intense.
Very intense, yeah.
So is there anything else you are like interested in?
I want to do romance and I want to do comedy. Yes, I want बाल मेरे भी उड़ाओ यार, मेरे को बाल अच्छे हैं, ऐसे थोड़ी होता है. बाल बांधते हैं हमेशा, लड़की को अच्छा मत दिखाओ. This is every time, since the beginning I've met Imtiaz Ali, he's like, look as bad as you can and come. I was like, why? I mean, all the girls always want to look good. Why are you saying that to me?
This I wanted to ask this also because Imtiaz Ali is known for more of his romantic films and his like drama and stuff. And this is like the first time he's doing a thriller show. So how was it? Like, how was it on the set? How was it interacting with him? And how was your experience with Imtiaz?
I really think that why didn't he do this kind of stuff before, man? I mean, he's so good at it. Like, clearly the script is wonderful. So there is no doubt. I don't think any actor could, I would say that I was in a way lucky, or I've manifested this like in a way, because this kind of script coming to a newcomer, I would also be very scared. If I was a maker, I would be like, yaar, ye nayi ladki kar payegi kya? Because usme bahut sa kuch hai. There's so much to do in that. Many layers and there are many, twists and turns and all that. And then you don't know whether that actor is capable and has a strong core to live up to it till the end. You can start off well, but you don't know. It's almost like I would say it's a marathon race. Yeah, it's not a 100-meter race because you have to sustain till the end with the same amount of intensity, with the same amount of what do you say? There's a certain energy that goes around Bhumi, and that energy can't drop or can't go high. It has to stay there. If it goes down or goes up anywhere, it will show you a different girl altogether. So in the second season, that's what has happened. I had to be very careful. I had to weave it literally, and I had to make sure that it doesn't go overboard. Even though the scenes were such that I had to go one step ahead from who Bhumika was, otherwise it looked the same, So it can't look the same, but it can't go overboard. So then you can imagine what happens to a girl like me. He was trying to, do a good job with the character. I get confused like hell, and then I rehearse, and then of course I take my director's opinion. Many times we've had like Imtiaz Ali, and me and Arif sir rehearsing at and many intervals कि सर मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि ये ऐसे करना चाहिए, आपको क्या लगता है? फिर हम कुछ शूट करके उसको देखते हैं, I'm like, सर मैंने ये ऐसे इस तरीके से किया, ठीक है ना? Like, are you okay with it? So all this like constant asking, talking was always going on, at some point. Nobody takes the liberty. We all work as a unit. We don't work as separately that I'm an actor, I work like this, and he's a director, he only does that. He'll ask me, I'll ask him, so there are and the work goes on very smoothly because we all are with the character, including Amit Roy, who's the DOP. I would ask him also many a times for his opinion. That, so what do you think, that has Bhumi gone a little overboard here, or is she not vulnerable anymore? And then I would think about it. I would not drastically change the character at all, but we would always work together.
Aditi, I wanted to know, like, how did you end up doing She? Like, how did the process go? How did Imtiaz Ali, choose you, or how did you got the first script? What was your first reactions on the script and everything? And it was working with Imtiaz Ali and all of that. How did you end up like doing She?
I met him a couple of times at Prithvi Theatre because he would come to watch plays and I would be performing there. So many times I have met him and I said, sir, I want to work with you. The typical actor जो struggle करता है ना, actor, I want to work with you. So मेरे को कभी नहीं लगा था कि sir, I want to work with you. Reality हो जाएगा. Honestly, तो मैंने try किया. मतलब I made a reel, like not this Instagram reel. I made a reel like about 2 years ago. I made a proper production reel, like emotional graph of an actor, showing him what I would be in love, many forms of love, like melancholy, awaiting, and this, that. No, I showed it in a, how to say, like in a video form, rather than clicking pictures. I thought it's so boring to click pictures and tell somebody that you're an actor. I'm not a model. I mean, I am a model also, but I'm not primarily a model. So I did that moving folio kind of thing, and I showed it to him. So I asked him, sir, have you watched it? So I got a reply saying that no. I said, oh, so please could you watch it? Because I said, I spent 6 months on doing this and I spent so much time. I shot on a proper camera, like on a red and all that. I took people to Goa and all that. So I said, sir, could you please see it? I've done a lot of effort on it, like mehnat ki hai, sir. He said, okay, cool. And he saw it and there was one look in that. It's there on my Instagram. There's one look in that, which was Bhumika. And I turned and I looked at him and there's a boy also in that. It's just like a moving thing. The boy, you can't see the boy, but you can just see my one look. And then one look, and it says that I thought the song goes like I was sincere, but the look is not sincere. So that look worked out for me. And then he said, "What are you doing at 2:00? Could you meet me at Indigo?" And he just narrated the script to me, and I was like, "What the hell? I'm from Bombay, but this is what happens in Bombay." This is what
So was you on the point of view that you are going to get a romantic film because you were giving your romantic, like a woman in love and everything? Did you think that Imtiaz Ali is going to, you went in that thinking Imtiaz Ali is going to give me a romantic or a drama film?
Yeah.
Did you expect like a thriller coming your way?
No, not at all. I went dressed like that, like a doll. And I said that, sir, I was like, how do I do my hair, makeup in like 1 hour's time? And I have to reach to him before an hour and shit. So I did my own things and called somebody, got my outfit, this, that. I went full properly dressed. What should I do for a lunch dress and this and that and my hair and everything? And he says that, you know what, actually the part is not really for you. You're young right now and you actually could be doing romantic films right now. So I was like, oh, he's hinting. Maybe I'm going to get a part with him. This is what I was thinking. And then he says, so maybe this role is not for you. And I was like, wait, what? There's this symphony going on around me. Suddenly, I started hearing, road digging ka jo awaaz hota na. Suddenly that went in my ear. And I was like, wait, what happened? I just fell from the 40th floor. I said, so what do you mean? So he's like, no, it's basically this part, but would you still give it a read? Like, would you still? And Imtiaz Ali is so humble, He's like, would you give it a read? And would you? It's not like audition mein pahunch jao. It's not like that. I said, of course, sir, I want to work with you. And in my mind, I was like, no, this is not for me. The girl is older, doesn't fit my character. And he kept telling me that she's not good looking. She's not good looking. But you are good looking. She's not good looking. I was like, okay, now this is a compliment, but it's not good right now at this moment because I want the part. So what do I do? And then finally, I read the part with him. Then I also gave another test with Mukesh Chabra. And my auditions were very different. They were not the typical ones. Imtiaz Ali took my audition himself. And there were no lines as such. We did reactions and things like that. I still remember his office was being made at that time. And in that shambles, we did that. I said, ये role तो पक्का नहीं मिलना यार. ऐसे किसका audition होता है? ऐसे थोड़ी होता है. And sometimes, Kartik, things are just lined for you. They're aligned. Like you align yourself with them. They're always there. There's a plan and it's going on according to the plan. I didn't know that, right? So then I wore the most hideous, like what I don't look good in because that was my brief. And I wore that and he's like, but you're looking good. Why did you wear that? I said, sir, this is the only thing I have in which I can't look good according to me. So please now let's do the audition, So he's like, okay, fine, okay. And then I did another test with Mukesh sir. And and then I just got a call saying that, अरे तुम तो heroine बन गई. मैंने कहा, मतलब exactly यहाँ पे हो क्या रहा है मुझे please धीरे-धीरे समझाओ तुम लोग. इतना fast forward नहीं आ रहा है. And then I went there and Imtiaz sir said that, yeah, he introduced me to his daughter saying that she's she. I said, oh, what a nice thing to say. I didn't know it was called she, right? So he said she's she.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. And then later I got to know the series is called She. So I said, oh, that's what he meant. She's she, you know. I'm telling you, it was just happening on its own. I was just going along with it. I didn't know what is happening. I just let it flow because I said, this is feeling good for sure. So let it happen. You know, I didn't ask anybody. I didn't say anything. And in about a week's time, we were on set.
So talking about plans, and as you're saying, things fall in place. So your parents are both athletes, and you have also done you have run 100 meters and 200 meters for the Maharashtra government and stuff in school. I wanted to know, was it like, did you always wanted to foray into acting, or was it like you initially wanted to, was it there like always, acting was always there, or you wanted to be an athlete earlier and later there was a shift? Was there anything like that?
Yes, I wanted to be an athlete, but then there was life changes its ways, and it changed my way too. So there's some incident that happened. I lost my mother at that age. I was 15. So I decided that, I needed to express myself in a large scale because I didn't understand what happened with me at that point of time. And my coach also lost his 2-year-old daughter. So he was also devastated, and so was I. So we both took some time off, but it didn't work out. Like he took a month off, I took a month off, but it didn't work out. So we were like, what do I do? I don't feel good over here. What should I do? And I always go with my gut and my feeling. I never think about it like, अरे ये तो career है, ज़बरदस्ती करना है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है. We are here for a reason for sure, and I believe in that. So when things are happening, let them happen. Don't come and intervene and say, no, I want to do this one. So if acting didn't work out for me, I would go and figure my life out otherwise. But it did, and it did in a way that I like, something I like, So I went with the flow, and then as I went ahead, I realized that stage is a place where, I could explore that inner self of me, which is not probably expressed itself yet. And I started doing plays with Madurai, and I got my feet on the ground back, So I'm very grateful to stage, to Prithvi Theatre, to Madurai, to give me that opportunity where I got a bearing of myself. So इसलिए मुझे पता है भूमिका के साथ क्या हो रहा है, and I can relate to her very well because I have stood with courage, fallen and stood back, and I know what that feels like, and it's nothing, it's life. This is what happens with everybody. You just have to know how to handle yourself. You have to give yourself enough time. ये नहीं हो सकता कि यार मैं इतनी शूरवीर हूँ कि I just start moving on with life. That's a lie. It's a lie. So I give it time. I give my scripts also time. And I flow with it. So this is how I actually started acting. And then I realized that, wow, I can get lost in this world. Not that I don't like my world. I love it. But I can explore so many other characters being that, right? So that's how my journey began as an actor.
Talking about Bhumi and Bhumi's character, I've seen the initial episodes of season 2. I've always also seen season 1. There is a shift in her characters. Like from season 1, she's a constable earlier. She's a meek constable. Then she becomes a prostitute, finds her sexuality. And then now, like what I see from season 2, she is going towards becoming a psychopathic character. Okay, she's going towards that's. So I want to know exactly how did you navigate this character, because there is a lot of shift that is happening.
Is it? You
felt
it?
Because I felt it. There's a lot of that is happening. I want to know how did you navigate this, because those intricacies I really like.
Oh, lovely. I'm happy because they are deliberately done. I mean, that's my craft.
Yeah.
So I was just hoping that people get it. And in the first season, they got it because see, Kartik, the thing is, anything you do truthfully, okay? I believe by 2-3 words, 2-3 understandings that I have of life, and I portray that in my craft also. If you operate by, say, with truth towards anything, like Bhumika could be lying to you right now, but she's truthfully lying to you. She's speaking about truth in a moment, and the moment that she has chosen is a lie, probably. So, it's like in tricks, the circles are going round and round and round, and it's never ending. It's like a black hole. It's going to go and take you and suck you in. So if you understand, if you have gotten that, I try to do it in the most subtle way that everybody gets it. Otherwise, I could have played it again with another perspective altogether. But वो बहुत complicated हो जाता है. वो script already थोड़ी complicated है अभी के लिए. So I wanted everybody to understand it, and that's why I kept it on the side of emotions which are easily accessible to people, like vulnerability, what do you say, sadness, like karuna जिसको बोलते हैं, श्रृंगार जिसको बोलते हैं, रस जो romance है. So I've gotten all those elements, what I saw in the script and what I have as an actor, what I have an experience. I just put all of that. I placed it well. That's it. There's nothing more. But the script is the king. I would again say that the script is written so well that for me as an actor to actually perform the script, I was having a ball of my life. Like if you leave a girl with a credit card in LA or New York, what will happen to that girl? That's what happened to me. I was like, wow, I can do this also. I can do this also, you know. So I just went and hit all the spots I could with a lot of, I would say, ease. There was a lot of ease in that. There was no like burden नहीं था उसका कि ये perform करना है. मेरा कभी भी वैसे नहीं होता है. Because ऐसा लगता है character ही इतने अपने आप में इतना खूबसूरत है कि उसके अगर तुम उसकी कलाई भी पकड़ लो ना तुम तो तुम पहुंच जाओगे. You'll sail through.
Yeah, and this is what I wanted to speak to you also about. The sexuality of the character. You know, there are a lot of characters in like a lot of female-led characters in OTT or in films these days. But Bhumi's, what I liked about Bhumi's character was that she's not able to open up to her husband sexually, and how you're just delving into that, and how you're exploring that, which is the one thing I really liked about a character a lot. I want to know this. There were a lot of intimate scenes in the show, and stuff. And how comfortable were you? Like how was it? How was like doing these scenes and going about it? And like what sort of comfort? Were you uncomfortable initially, and then you opened up? How was it? How was it on the while shooting?
No, honestly, like if you remember the first season, the scene where the waiter and Bhumika interaction. That was the first day of my shoot.
Oh.
That was the first day ever that I started being Bhumi. I had no idea what's happening. And Imtiaz sir told me one thing, that Bhumi, I know that it is a little bit of a, you might be, I'm sure you'll sail through, but I know one thing, that it's a little bit of a discomfort because the place was such, पीछे गटर की आवाज चल रही है, एक अजीब सा रेस्टोरेंट है, वहाँ पे एक कैमरा लगा हुआ है, उस पे लोग चढ़ के तुमको देख रहे हैं, and then there is this light and everything, and you have to be in your element. You have to actually be in a moment that people would see you in. So how do you do it? So Imtiaz sir just told me one thing. I know you will go through well, but make sure in such scenes, what happens? The boys mostly get very, very uncomfortable because they don't know where to go. Because that's the upbringing of the Indian, of any man for that matter. Nobody is like mean that. So you make sure you take care of the man. This is how easily it goes. That you take care of the guy rather than say. So I was like, okay, my responsibility to take care of the man. Cool. So I was making sure he's fine.
Yeah.
So मेरे को वो आदत सी पड़ गई है with she that my character mostly जब भी कट होता है तो लोग लड़की की तरफ दौड़ते हुए नहीं आते. वो जो मेल कैरेक्टर, sir, are you okay, sir? मैं भी, sir, are you okay, sir? Literally, I have become a unit of the team of she, like Imtiaz Ali, Arif Ali, Amit Roy, me, and all the ADs. We have become a unit, and it's our responsibility to take up the man of this set. So I float very well. I have no problem. Also, why? Because we don't look at it as, this is not a scene for me. It's not an intimate scene. बहुत से बार लोग जब भी मुझे पहले इसके पहले भी फोन या मैसेज करते थे, are you okay with the intimate scene? It's not about the intimate scene. It's about where that intimate scene is happening and why. So where and why is very important. So here what has happened is that Bhumi is constantly in a state of mind, and in that state of mind those things are happening. So they are not becoming a part of any different part from who she is. It's a part of she, So it's not like we have to do this scene. It's not like, otherwise to do these scenes, it would be impossible for anybody, I would say, because they are mentally also very tricky.
Yes,
they're taking you left, right, and center, banging you down with the mind, more than the body. So body कोई देखने ही नहीं वाला. I'm telling you, people are going to be like, oh, sure, what's happening? What's happening in the mind? What's happening in the eyes? It's like that. So
there's another thing in she, and this is from the first episode only, the casual sexism in workplaces. So, like the casual sexism, like she's a part of a police force, and there is a sexism in police force, everything. And sexism is there in all industries, wherever you go. I just want to know this casual sexism. Have you ever like encountered any sort of incidents of casual sexism? And if you have, like, how do you navigate through it? Like, how do you get through them and stuff?
Yeah, so like you, again, coming back to who Bhumika is, because she was a bit powerless,
Yeah.
See, it's not about a man and woman. It's about a dog and a master also, If he gives me the power, I'll take it, right?
Yeah.
Then I will tame the dog saying that, no, you need to understand discipline. For example, I have pets at home. So it's up to me where I give them food at what time, and so I have the power. So if you look at it as power, you're going to misuse it, because power is usually so driven by itself that kabhi na kabhi aadmi hil jata hai. But if you look at it as a responsibility, you'll never misuse it. Like, if it's my responsibility to take care and to take my power in my hands, तो मेरे साथ तो ये इंसिडेंट कभी इस जन्म में क्या और 7 जन्म में नहीं होगा, बिकॉज मेरे आसपास लोग ऐसे आ ही नहीं सकते. That's one thing. Not because I'm loud or I go on to the next and like a vampire I bite them off or something, but I give out that vibe that you cannot take my power, and I have the power within me intact, with which I was born, which when my parents brought me in this world, and I make sure I take care of it. So I would really tell my message to all women or men for that matter, you know, all this which is going on, this is all drama in this world. Eventually with Instagram and these things coming up, man woman. No, you take charge of yourself. Transform in the sense, take your own power and stop striding with false accusations, you know. मैंने कल को सुन लिया कि आपने कुछ किया, मैं उसी आधार पे आपको बेस करूंगा, तो ये गलत है. एक तो आप किसी के ऊपर कुछ भी ऐसे नहीं बोल सकते, which is happening today in this world. So I think if you take your power and if you realize that my power is with me, I have to be responsible using it. 99% of the crime and the things, it's very easy to say, I'm not denying it, but 99% speak up when the right time is there. Don't speak about it later, and don't be scared to speak up. You know, honestly, if a dog barks at me and if I bark back at the dog will get confused and run away. So you have to understand when you have to bark and when you have to put your foot down, and you really will be taken care of by the universe. You don't really have to worry at all.
So Aditi, I want to know what is next for Bhumi's character in the in season 2. Like, what is happening right now? Like, what can you tell us? What is happening in season 2?
You have watched
anything?
Season, no?
I have watched the first 3 episodes. I know. I want to know more. I want to know more what is happening.
Because you're asking me a question which I can't answer. So I'm asking you a question.
Anything you can give us. Anything you can give us.
I can. I think what you'll be looking in this season with Bhumi that's happening is that the exploration of herself, which started in the first season, and that is going to now take very, very different turns. And at every turn, Bhumi is exploring herself. And that exploration will keep you engaged as an audience, will keep you intrigued, and will want to wonder whether Bhumi हमको धोखा देगी या नहीं. मतलब audience को धोखा देगी या नहीं. Correct? क्योंकि देखिए, एक भूमि का कैरेक्टर हर घर की लड़की का कैरेक्टर. It's a girl next door. Actually, Bhumi is a girl next door. So does she stand by her ethics, by her family, or does she go driven or swayed by power, is what you're going to see in this season.
Okay, Aditi, thank you so much for speaking with me. It was like very nice. Best of luck for Shri and also for Ashri.
Thank you.
Thank you.